Hey, this is Cool Santa. And this will be the starting point for our journey, in which we'll be covering one of the most interesting topics, which is e-bikes. Yes! So this is the Duotts C29, and it brought me all the way up here from sea level. Can you believe that? Well, unfortunately I failed to record the way up, but as you'll see, I'm gonna use the same way that I used to get up, and I will actually still have to climb to get back because it's not a downhill route. And yeah, this will be mostly a performance testimony for this bike. I think it's quite impressive. It's obviously a good deal, but it's also not the best bike in the world, of course. So let's start with the course. Nice view. I am fortunate to be in a beautiful place. And as we start, let's take a look at the route. So at the moment we're going from point A to point B. Who let the dogs out? Point A is at 435 meters above sea level, and we're gonna end it by the sea at the beach, to a total of 12 kilometers according to the bike and 13 kilometers according to Google Earth. This is the bike's display at the start. As you can see, we're gonna have to climb to get to the main road of this area, so that we can start our descent, and it will go to show a bit of the bike uphill capability straight away. This is a bad driver, and up we go. 750 watts of power and 65 Newton meter torque, with a recommended inclination of up to 30%. I would say it's pretty accurate. You will have to pedal, but it's not an exhausting effort. But of course, over a long course, you will eventually get a bit tired. Regarding the way up, I did not get completely exhausted, but I did sweat like a pig. For me, it's just to get some exercise. For a commuter in these conditions, I would recommend something more powerful. And to get up here, it was basically this over long periods of time, and I was very impressed that this kind of ride is possible at this price point. So prices keep floating. At this moment it's currently listed at 849 euros. This video is not sponsored, but I kind of feel bad for saying the price that I got it for, because it was 738 euros, which now looking back was kind of a steal. And adding all up together, it was a bit of a no-brainer, but I really am glad it worked out okay. So this is the end of the climb. And now we're gonna start our descent. We're still gonna have at least one more considerable climb along the way. And for this part, I'm just gonna speed up the video. So let's go. The bike weighs 26 kilos. And it has a maximum capacity of 120 kilos. And it has a front suspension that you can either lock or unlock. I have it locked for this ride because it's a smooth road for most of the time. So regarding traffic circulation, friendly reminder to always be extra careful. I always try to let the cars pass and always respect the traffic rules. Learn them before you get on the road. The bike is street legal, but it's up to you to be responsible. We're just making a quick stop here to enjoy the view. Hey kitty, kitty. And back on the road. Bye, kitty. Who let the dogs out? And this segment that we're at now was actually the hardest. It was a long climb. This time we're going down. It's a good time to talk about the brakes. One of the least positive points about this bike. It has mechanical disc brakes, and for this kind of ride especially, they're a bit insufficient, but that means that you have to be extra careful. And it's something that I'll be looking to upgrade in the future by switching to hydraulic disc brakes. And even though it's something that can be improved, it's not a deal breaker at all, since it all works just fine. And the other negative aspect about this bike is about the bottom bracket screw on the left side that tightens to the right, and if it tightened to the left you wouldn't have any problems, but it's something that it's gonna get loose, and you should use some Teflon to tighten it so it will last for a good while. But it's something you'll have to keep an eye out on, and something that could be easily avoided. And another thing that should be improved should be the instructions. That should be clearer, but as I mentioned, none of these issues are actually deal breakers. Careful with traffic. I'll talk about the user experience and of course the bike features further down the road. Now as we approach one big hill will be a good time to talk about the bike's functionality and features. So you get 5 assist modes that you can easily switch between in your control display. For this kind of climbing I used mostly the 3rd level assist for keeping around 15 km/h speed and to be able to comfortably climb these hills. When it gets a bit steeper I change to level assist 2 and get on the lower gears. To sustainably climb you should keep up with the speed of your assist level in order to avoid your engine to draw too much power and eventually shutting down to too much effort. So whatever assist level you decide to use, try to keep up with the speed or set a lower one so you can keep up and you'll be able to climb for long periods. This bike has a 21 gear system from Shimano. It's good to know that all the bike materials can be worked on and replaced. So what else? It comes with a port to charge your phone with it's a USB-A. The battery is removable and you can charge it some other place that other than where you keep your bike. In terms of autonomy, you can expect a range up to 40 kilometers in these conditions. The manufacturer advertises 80 to 100, but that must be only possible in plain areas. But still, find it a very good range for this kind of ride, and it's plenty enough for me. It's also possible to connect your phone to the control unit of your bike with Bluetooth and through an app in which you get some more detailed information and controls. The bike also comes with a phone mount so you can conveniently place your phone. It comes with an air pump, a multi-tool. And remember that screw from earlier? It doesn't bring a tool for that, so get ready to buy if you don't have an 8mm for that. It also comes prepared for night riding with a front light and a back light that works as presence and braking, 2 reflectors for your wheels. You should also wear reflective clothing. And finally we have a back rack so we can bring some cargo. For this ride I'm carrying a backpack with around 10 kilos. You can climb and bring something with you without a problem. At this point the hill is less steep, so I can change to assist level 4 or 5 and set some higher gears to get some more speed. And this bike also comes with the throttle, which is not legal for most countries unless you register the bike. The throttle works of course like a normal throttle, with a bit of a soft start, and the assist mode works a bit like it will boost you to the designed speed. The bike comes limited from factory to 25 km/h. It is possible to unlock it, but honestly it's not really recommendable, especially with these brakes. Perfectly fine to just drive it at 25 top speed, but yes, you will have that option to unlock a max speed of around 50 kilometers per hour, which is very impressive for a bike of this price range. So that was a lot of time talking and climbing, so I will now be speeding up to the final descent and wrap this up with the user experience. See you soon! Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? And here we are, closing in on our objective. So what can you expect if you buy this bike? You're gonna get a huge box. It's quite well packed, and you're gonna have to mount a good part of the bike yourself, which is basically the front wheel, the handlebar, some accessories, the rack, the saddle, which is not bad, but I might look to get a better one in the future also. If you don't want to go through this process, maybe you can find a local bike mechanic and arrange for him to mount it for you and make sure it's properly mounted. And after that, you have unlocked a whole new world of experiences. It's good to see how much e-bikes have evolved, and they certainly can be life-changing, whether you need the means of transportation or just want another way to exercise. It's certainly way better than a gym bike, and of course, always be responsible. And as luck would have it, we had priority over a Tesla. And this is where I started my journey, because there is a red sign at the tunnel. and by the time that I learned that it's actually a broken sensor, I was already determined to climb. But once you start going, it's hard to stop. Even if you're tired, it's so entertaining that you wanna keep going. And we're also sightseeing. And as we approach the end, we'll pay attention to some bad behavior. Don't be that guy. And let's speed up towards the end. These are nice people. Woo! Out of this world. Have to make an exception for the roller skating kids. And for the kid in the tiny scooter. Also, because the bike is not too heavy, you could cycle this without any assists at all, or even without the battery. And as we approach the end, here's a caption of the bike's display. And yes, this was also the day that I hit 250 kilometers with this bike. And what kind of Santa would I be if I didn't wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year? Remember that the best present is to be present, and I will try to be present on the Christmas day with a fun video, so stay tuned for that one. Until then, thanks for watching and stay cool.